What's up, Funnel Team? It is officially Thursday. It's the 12th of June. Good to have you guys on here. We've got more and more people jumping on board. Appreciate that. Thank you guys for being here. And joined by my brother from another mother. And thank you, Bill, for not wearing a white shirt today. Because every time I go live, I was like, am I going to be wearing the same shirt as Bill? We're going to look like the Mr. Clean brothers or something. But what's up, brother? Good to see you. Good to have you on here. And happy belated birthday for you. You celebrated quite well over the last few days, huh?
Yeah, we do it right. I hate birthdays,
Okay.
but I like the
Copy.
parties, but I hate the birthdays. Yeah, we had a great time. Thank you. It was fun. And we're still going. We got plans later today. So, and,
Nice.
and my girlfriend, her birthday's June 9th, so we have back to back. We're Gemini twins. We're
I am also
destroy
a Gemini.
we're destroying the world together, if you know anything about Geminis.
Hey, I am also a Gemini. So there's really four of us
Nice.
talking right
Yeah,
now. So
there we go. There
so
we
there you
go.
go. There you go. All right. Anyway, let's dive into it, guys. So straight up, I want to share some I want to share some philosophy with you guys a little bit. I want to get philosophical, if that's okay. Just like I do every single morning, guys. I was listening to some personal development this morning. That's literally my routine. I get in here 7 a.m. I turn on some personal development. I start doing some, your typical tasks that we all do with our business. Some of them are, whatever they are, whether it's replying to messages, doing a post, writing an email, any of that sort of stuff. I was doing the kind of those stereotypical tasks this morning where I just put the personal development on in the background, and then of course there's always something that grabs my attention. And what I was listening to this morning was Jim Rohn, and Jim Rohn was talking about philosophy. And when you start talking about some of this stuff, it can get pretty deep. It can get pretty real. But one of the things that I like to bring to the table with you guys is specifically hopefully helping you guys have a realization. And Linda just said it best. She just said earlier, anytime I come to these things, I always, I kind of have like an aha moment. And that's exactly what I want to share with you guys today. And I know Bill will be able to circle this back to stuff that we've experienced over the years, just being in the industry for a long time, having the ups, having the downs, having the great moments, having the struggles. And, we all go through stuff, right? We all go through life. We're doing that together. We're trying to help each other, push each other, encourage each other, all those things. And there was one specific line that I heard that really kind of um, snowballed everything into like me taking the notes that I did and kind of sharing this stuff with you guys here today. So, you guys ready to learn? You guys want to hear some concepts? Comment the word learn down below if you guys are ready to learn something, ready to maybe have a little bit of a takeaway today. Comment the word learn down below if you would. So, I just want to make sure everybody is with me here. Everyone's paying attention, everyone's interacting and engaging. Okay. So, comment the word learn. Where did my doodad go there? Okay. Awesome. Cool. All right, cool. Thank you guys for that. All right, so I heard I heard this line right here, and I have a bunch of notes written down. And a lot of times when people start a home-based business, I think there's and you can let me know, comment yes or no. Like I think people have a general impression that it's going to be really, really easy, right? You watch a video, you listen to someone talk, whatever it is, you see somebody posting out there on social, on Facebook or whatever it is that, they're making all this kind of money and you're going to do it too. And it's going to be real simple. It's real easy. So, does that sound accurate, guys? Comment yes or no if you guys, if you guys have had that thought process when starting a home-based business that you're going to get started and it's going to be really, really, really simple, right? Now, to counter that, we've also heard the phrase too that if it was that easy, everyone would be doing it, right? Have you guys heard that phrase before? If it was that easy, everyone would be doing it. Well, I think we can all agree with that. And I heard this line this morning. So make a note of this, jot it down, comment it, do whatever you want to do. But I heard Jim Rohn mention this line, and it really just stuck with me this morning. And it was, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. So let me know your thoughts when you hear that line. Don't wish it was easier. wish that you were better. And it's really easy to get started with something, start going through the motions of, building a business, getting out there, putting out the content, creating the videos, doing those things, going through the step-by-step training and thinking like, "Oh man, this is hard or it's got to be a better way or whatever it is." But you got to realize that like that when I heard that this morning, that really really stuck out with me that it's like if you would just take the time to improve and I don't know how many thousands of times here with the funnel team and over the years we've talked about personal development. Okay, we've talked about this I don't know how many times. I've talked about it, Bill's talked about it, Kirsty's talked about it, Catherine's talked about it. So many people have been here on video with you guys talking about personal development because it is the one thing, the one and only thing that can pull you through this, that can push you through this, that can help you with this, that can guide you, steer you, get you to the point of you getting results. It's the one thing that can help you win. Does that make sense, guys? Comment makes sense if that makes sense. So when I hear the line, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better, you know, you have the ability to learn and apply and do anything you want. Okay. And there's another one. Okay. You can do the most incredible things no matter what. Okay. So comment no matter what down below. And there was another line I heard this morning that really stood out. You can do the most incredible things no matter what. No matter what your obstacles, no matter what your struggles, no matter what you're dealing with, no matter what your skill level is, you can do the most incredible things. And it all comes down to one thing: your belief and your philosophy, your belief level in yourself. Would you think that's a fair statement, Bill? That you can literally accomplish anything you want if you believe enough in yourself?
Totally, totally. I mean, it's just actions, you know. I was going to keep it real today, Dan. Like, I look at the boards. I see when we're up. I see when we're down. I see when the you know uh, the consistent people are down, and when the non-consistent people are up. It just comes into actions, as far as just getting out there and actually doing something. I mean, we do these meetings, and then we have people that just wait to the next day. And as far as you say personal development, what gets me through, Dan, and I know I beat this a lot, but it really has helped me.
Mm-hmm.
In any of our other deals in the past, I've we always have our ears and eyes open, and I'm so focused, like even ups, downs, great, the middle, average, it doesn't change me. I'm just bulletproof. I mean, as far as mentally,
Mm-hmm.
like I know where, I don't even say where I'm going. I know where we are going. Because we look at this as as a subscription-based business. It doesn't matter. I mean, we don't have to worry about like what the things we used to worry about before. There's none of that friction. It's just do the work
Mm-hmm.
and get out of our own way. So in regards to what you're saying about personal development for me is peace. It's really peace. I'm a little different. I do not, when things are up, I'm happy. And when things are down, it's not that I'm happy. It doesn't phase me. I just keep on pushing. But outside of that, Dan, I was thinking, we were talking about a little earlier, you know, um, if you really want to win, it is easy. Just do something daily. Just do something daily for your business,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
I'm going to give you a couple more lines to think about, and then I want to circle back to. I want to talk about recognition for a minute. And I want to give you guys some references of some things that you guys can do, to help in this arena of philosophy and personal development that we're talking about here. I mean, because I have a million. I know, Bill, you do. Kirsty does. Obviously, like we have, and used some of these tools and resources to help us get better, improve our skill sets. So let me give you a couple more lines to think about because I know, like for me, before I give you guys these lines, like sometimes all it takes is one thing. It could be the words from a song, the words from a friend, the words of a post you saw on Facebook, a line that you heard in a training. It could be the littlest, tiniest thing that makes the biggest difference in your life. And for me, back in late 2016, early 2017, I don't remember the exact date, but around that time frame, okay, I heard the line ILT, and I've shared this with you guys 1,000 times. ILT, invest, learn, teach. When I heard that, it was like a light bulb went off, and it just clicked. It was something for me that just clicked. Now, I could say ILT for you, like you invest your time, sometimes money, you learn something, and then you turn around and teach that to other people. When I heard that, I was like, I get it. I know what I need to do. Like it just went off. And sometimes for you guys, it might be something like that. It might be something different. Um, but it just clicked, right? Like another one here, I wrote down like three or four different phrases that I heard this morning because they all really stood out. Okay. So this one here, um, it's not what happened. And you guys have heard this one before, but it was said this morning. So I wanted to write it down. It's not what happens to you, it's what you do about it. So I want you guys to think about that, for a second. Like you guys could be in here, part of this team, part of this business, trying to build a home-based business, and think like, oh, these things just never work out for me, right? These things just they never work out. I'm never able to get results. I always struggle, blah blah blah. Insert excuse here, right? You could have that mentality of like, oh, it's always what happens to me, but it's what you do about it that makes the difference. Do you guys agree with that? Comment yes or no if you guys agree with that. It's not what happens to you, it's what you do about it.
Danny,
Here's
I
another
know
one.
there's, I'm sorry, I know there's one that you don't have written down. Um, and we always say it, Kirsty, myself, and you, we've said it for years now. Any bump, what do we always say? Just get more people. When you come to me, you're a
Yeah.
little upset. I come to you, I'm a little upset. Kirsty, the next, everyone here, everyone that's not here, that's the answer. That's some personal development right there. Just get more people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That solves all problems.
Well, yeah, and that's I could tack on a few more lines too. My days of when I was working retail, um, in retail, and this was in any company. This was with Whole Foods, Home Depot, Lowe's. Um, we used to always say in retail, sales cures a lot of sins. Meaning like if you're not making a lot of money, then um, it's hard to do the payroll. It's hard to pay all your employees in the store if your store's not making a lot of money, and then you got to start cutting hours and cutting people and all this other stuff. But if you make a lot of sales, that cures a lot of your problems, right? It's the same thing here, where um, if you start building a bigger team, if you start getting more sales, start doing the work and bringing more people in, you know, Zig Ziglar always says that, and maybe you guys have heard this too, but money's not everything, but it ranks right up there with oxygen. It's so I always love that one. But um, so when we're out there working our business, when we're here, when we're showing up, when we're trying to do our thing, um, it's easy to find, and you guys have probably been here, right? I've been there. I mean, how many times have I gone through this, and maybe you guys have gone through this too, with getting into TikTok jail or Facebook jail or whatever it is, or running into problems with your social media accounts, and they're restricted, they get shut down, you have to open them back up again, whatever it is. Um, but I heard this line this morning again. This one stood out, and it relates a lot to what we're talking about here. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. Love that one.
There you
So
go.
again, it's easy to get frustrated. It's easy to feel down. It's easy to point the finger. It's easy to, be like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I feel all this, anxiety or whatever it is. But instead of wishing for things to be easier, like wish that you were better, wish that you had more skills, wish that, you know, you could just find a way through, find a way to do that personal development, work on your skill sets, increase those skills so you could become a better marketer. And
Hey,
we've
Dan,
mentioned this.
excuse me. You got people trying to get in. Sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off. Had a couple
Yeah, I just
people. Sorry. Just
I don't
checking
have
it out.
anyone waiting right now.
Okay, no problem.
We're good.
I had a message. No big. Keep it
Uh,
rolling.
so it's like, and we've said this a thousand times, and it's about as true. And this is gonna fall into some recognition here in a second. Is you guys know you're only literally one video, one person away from completely changing your business. One person, one video away from changing your financial status, like changing the size of your team, changing your residual incomes, changing your bank account, changing the results that you get. Literally one video, one person away. Okay, so just comment right now. Comment down below. Comment one away. One away. Okay, right? So Linda, I'm gonna chime in on what you said. Linda says, "But my videos are so bad." Okay, so I'm gonna circle back to the line. Don't wish it was easier. Wish you were better. How do you get better? Practice. Simple as that. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, I went golfing. Right, you guys know I love to golf. Tuesday, my wife and I were at the driving range, and she's in her lane, I'm in my lane, and we're both hitting balls side by side. And I hit a drive that goes 200 plus. I mean, it just goes. It was a bomb. I hit a bomb, and my wife turns to me and she goes, "How do you hit it so far?" And I looked at her and I gave her one word. I said one word. Anyone know what the word is? How do you hit it so far? Put the one word. What do you guys? What's your guess? What is the one word that I literally turned around? I said to her the one word, and I turned back around and I kept hitting the ball. Okay. What was the one word that I said to my wife? Any guesses?
Concentrate.
Nope.
Oh,
How do you hit it so far?
one word.
Yeah, Domingo nailed it.
What is it?
Practice.
Oh, you got me.
Practice. I practiced. I've practiced hitting the ball for years. Just like Michael Jordan practiced 1,500 free throws every single practice. Like, just like anybody that's ever done anything, they practice. Okay. It's the same thing with your videos. So, to Linda's comment, my videos are so bad. Practice more. Don't wish things were easier. Wish you were better. Increase your skill sets. And here's the thing, guys, whether it's mindset, attitude, skill level, any of those things, all of those are fixable. Anything that has to do with your business is fixable. You can get better. You can create more. It all comes down to your attitude and your confidence and belief level in yourself. Period. End of story. That's it. And if your confidence is waning, if your attitude is waning, if you feel like your skill levels are waning, personal development, invest in yourself. Period. End of story. Game over. So I want to swing back to that in a second. I want to throw a couple of shout outs out there because I was just looking at the sales as of this morning. We got two brand new people who have their first sales ever this week. Jennifer Iverson, already shouted her out earlier in the week, and then we had another one come in yesterday. And the best part is I don't even know who these people are, which is that's. I've told you guys this before. That's like my favorite thing ever when I see people on the sales board and I have no idea who they are, which means that people are coming in, they're getting started, they're going through the training, they're applying what they learn, they're getting out there and they're doing the thing. Randy Hartley, I don't know who Randy Hartley is, but both Jennifer and Randy, shout out to both of them for jumping on board and doing the work, putting in the sales. And if any of you guys, Randy or Jennifer, if you guys watch the replay, if you guys happen to be here with us, drop a comment down below. Let us know what you did to get those sales. That would be super cool. So everybody else could see that, how brand new people are getting results. That would be awesome. So another person that I want to shout out, and this literally goes back to what I said earlier. One video away, one person away. Um, I want to shout out um, one of our top. I want to say dogs, not the right choice of words, but uh, one of our top people, one of the folks that's been with us since the beginning, one of the leaders in this community, Kirsty. She is just kicking ass and taking names this week. She already has 15 sales so far this week, and it's all. And this is not rocket science, guys. This is not rocket science. She has some incredible momentum. Wait for it. Because of a short form video that she did that is getting incredible engagement. It takes one video, guys. One video to, you know, she has 100%, and her and I have talked about this on the side. Like, she has Big Mo on her side right now. Big Mo, meaning momentum, big momentum. And it's really, really simple, guys. Like, it's really, really simple, guys. Like, Kirsty is literally like the example of taking what we have and practicing and practicing and practicing and practicing and practicing. So, like, how was Kirsty able to get massive momentum? Practice. How did I, like, last week? Same thing happened to me last week. I had a video take off last week. Okay. Yeah. So check out our comment right now. Look at that. I'll read it to you guys, okay? In case you guys can't see it or read it, right? There's 5 that are taking off. That's 5 videos, by the way. 5 videos that are taking off. Can't even keep up with the comments. Go to my profile and clone them, she's saying. Head to my video section and find the ones that have thousands of views. And that same thing, guys, has happened. It's happened to me. It's happened to Catherine. It's happened to Kirsty. It's happened to Nicole. It's happened to Kylie. It's happened to so many people on our team where they have. Now, she stated specifically that she has 5 taking off, but guess
Oh
what,
my
guys?
God.
5 didn't take off all at the same time. She had one video, and this is with anyone. You have one video that all of a sudden goes, it boots off. And then that one video is going to create a snowball effect. It's going to create a cascade. Okay. So you picture that one video taking off, and then you got more and more, thousands and thousands and thousands of people now checking out your channel, now checking out your other videos, seeing more and more of your content showing up in their news feed, and it gets your profile, your channel, whatever it is, to get more and more and more attention. Okay. So this can happen to any of you, but you got to practice. You got to practice. Okay. It may and has happened for people very, very quickly. Some people it's quickly. Some people have to practice more. Some people are naturally more talented than others. That's just life. I can't change life. I can't change how that stuff works. But some people practice more and they put in the work more and they show up more. Okay. Perfect example of this. How many people know who The Rock is? Dwayne Johnson. Comment The Rock down below in the comments. Comment The Rock. Most people know who The Rock is, right? Very famous wrestler, very famous actor. Okay, comment The Rock if you guys know who The Rock is. Now, why do I bring him up? Because The Rock is one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood. One of the highest paid actors out there. Now, let me ask you a big question, okay? Is The Rock the best actor in Hollywood? Are there better actors in Hollywood? Yeah. And he will even tell you himself that he's not the greatest actor. He's okay, but he's not the best actor in Hollywood. He doesn't have the most skills, right? But what does he do really, really, really well? Okay. He outworks the competition. He practices more than almost any other actor. Okay. He works his butt off by practicing and showing up. He comes in earlier. He stays later. He does all of those things harder than anybody else. So here was a guy that, literally did not have the skills when he first got started, okay, who was not an actor when he first got started in his career and became an actor because he worked on his skill set. Anybody can do this if you want to. Okay. So, Bill, I want to give people some tools. I want to give people some things that can help them get better. Do you guys want some tools? Comment the word tools if you guys want some tools down below that can help you guys get better. Any thoughts on this, Bill, before we give these folks these tools here?
No, let's do the tools. I just think the one thing is that I wonder if Kirsty would agree is that when a video does take off, it becomes addictive. You can't wait to do more videos because
Oh,
I don't do a lot. Full disclosure,
I
right?
can
I
answer
do,
that.
and all of a sudden I find myself not getting a lot done, and I'm just making these videos trying to catch you and Kirsty with the views. Like I'm celebrating 500 views. I just checked right now, and you
Yeah,
guys are
it's
getting thousands. You know what I mean? So.
absolutely,
And I'm
absolutely.
wondering, like, does it just happen? Because it's not my expertise. Does it just happen by accident, like all of a sudden, or is there a technique? Because I'm doing them. I'm actually in them instead of
Hmm.
using the ones that are already made.
Yeah,
Getting better. I'm getting better. I'm actually having fun. Hey,
yeah.
listen, been doing this a long time, and I'm even doing breakthroughs. Like I did one the other day. I would never do. I like to critique. When I speak Jersey, I do all that kind of stuff. And
Hmm.
I edit all my videos. I went the other day live from a store when my girlfriend was shopping, and I just went outside and made a video. Dan, I never do that. So I'm working. You know what I mean? I want to catch those 1,000 views that you guys are getting.
Yeah,
So
yeah. And it's the most important thing, guys. If you want thousands of views, you got to make sure your videos are public because if you have a low count, well, regardless of how many friends or followers you guys have on social, whether it be, I'm talking Facebook here. If you're on Facebook, just make sure when you guys do those posts that your posts are public, meaning it's not just going to friends and family. So make sure they're public. That's really the only one technical, technical thing. Otherwise, like it just comes down to the quality of your content. Are you following the formula that's in our team training? Is there a great hook? Are you using all of the training that we've laid out for you? And then are you
gotcha.
practicing that and are you working on that on a very consistent basis to get better? So let me give you guys some let me see here. That's a good one too. I've been accused of having RBF in my videos. Most of you guys know what RBF is, right? Um, well, here's the thing. If you're accused of that, smile. Like if I made a video that says, if I could teach you how to make $600 a month, 20 minutes of your time, you want to do that? I could have RBF, or I could be like, if I could show you in just 20 minutes how you could create $600 a month, would you want to learn how to do that? You got to understand the difference between like there's doing it to get it done, there's checking the box. Like you can check the box and be like, yeah, I made videos, but did you make a video that was like this and you're like, hey, and monotone and you got your RBF? Or are you making some videos with some passion, some energy, excitement? Again, think back to what got you here. What hooked you in to get you excited about being here and doing this? I guarantee you that if you watch somebody else's short form video, maybe it was mine, maybe it was Kiersey's, maybe it was Shannon's, maybe it was, Isabella's or whoever, right? Maybe you watched somebody else's video and you probably saw something and heard a hook, saw how they carried themselves and said, man, I want to learn more about that. So be the person, be the person that you want to bring in. Be the person with passion, energy, excitement in your content. Be that person.
Dan, you just gave me, you don't even know. I just got to say, you ready? You just did that video with that voice, the excited voice. And I had a mentor literally from the 90s when I got into this industry. He had a sad ending, but it was Don Lepre, and he used to say, "I can sh on the infomercials on TV." He goes, "I could show you how to make thousands of dollars just like I do for my little apartment, posting ads." Like he literally classifieds. You just
Hmm.
sounded just like him, and it's kind of like what you just said. Almost get out of my own way
Hmm.
and act a little bit like what you just did. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? And every like usually we're just being ourselves. So
Yeah.
maybe you got to do a little role playing. I don't know. I mean, it's just something to think about. But you just sounded like my old mentor from the 90s.
Just go have fun, guys. Like literally just go have fun, go push yourself. Um, that's it. So let me give you guys some tools, okay? So I have a bunch over here, all right? One of the most important and by the way, guys, most of this stuff um you guys can go get most of this stuff for free on YouTube. You could listen to most of these audios. Let me see, what else do I have over here that's really awesome. This one right here, for sure. This one right here, for sure. Where the heck is it? Oh no, that's the yeah. I have the audio of this one as well. Okay. So you guys know the classics. Let me give you guys the classics first, okay? Um, and another thing too, um, Isabella put a great comment in there. Um, Kirsty has said this about a billion times. Act from the end result. Okay. Act from the end result. Act as if you already have and are already making $15,000 a month, $5,000 a month. Put that energy into your content. Put that energy, and here's a concept for you guys. Put that energy into how you carry yourself, how you have conversations, how you get your work done, how you, ready for this? And this is going to be a mindset shift for a lot of you guys. Put that energy, act from the end result, act as if you are already making $15,000 a month, and do that when no one is looking. Can you do that when you're in the office by yourself and no one is looking? Act from the end result. Okay. So, a couple of tools, the classics, right? Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. Okay. That for me is a must. The Magic of Thinking Big. So, write these down, take a note. Okay. For all of you guys here, write these down and take a note. Okay. Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. I was literally just going to call that one out. You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor. Okay, that's another one.
Nice.
All right. You are You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. Uh, by the way, if you guys appreciate sarcasm and humor, get the audio version of this book because she narrates it herself. I love when the actual authors narrate their own book on Audible or YouTube videos or whatever. But um, I can always appreciate sarcasm and the occasional swear and blunt and directness. And You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero is freaking awesome. The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F by Mark Manson. Love this one here. And by the way, this book is not what you think it's about. It's not about not giving a shit.
Hmm.
Okay. The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. And you might be thinking to yourself, okay, you're just giving us books to read. You're giving us, things to, you're giving us like homework or books to read or whatever it is. But here's the thing, like, you have the opportunity to learn and develop and grow as a person, as a marketer. And if you think that, reading a book or whatever else it is silly, like you're avoiding something that could greatly and positively impact your life. And it's as simple as that. You hear this phrase all the time, leaders are readers. There's a whole lot of truth to that statement. Okay. Now you could do your personal development however you want. Okay. You could do it however you want. But, whether it's audio, whether it's video, whether it's something else, I don't know. But do not rule out working on yourself. So let me give you guys let me let me ask you guys a question. What was the last book you read and when? Now, and this could be audio. I don't care if it's audio. I don't care if it's audible. I don't care if it's, on YouTube or you actually read the physical book. What was the last book you read or the last piece of personal development you did? And then when did you last do it? Put that in the comments right now. Okay. When when was the last piece of personal development that you did? Okay. Mine was this morning because I do it every day. Okay. Listening to an audio. I'm pointing over here like you guys can see what I'm talking about. What was it? Put it in there. And if you haven't done any, comment haven't done any. Okay. All right. Think You Grow Rich. Okay. Days ago. Perfect. Okay. It's been a while. And I'm gonna circle back with something. All right, but when? It's been a while. When was the last time you did any personal development? Okay. Put in there when. I want to know when. Okay. Okay, last week. All right. It's been a while. We have last week. Every day on the way to work. Good. Mobile office. Good. Good. Well, else, guys? Yesterday, Jim Rohn. Yep. Love Jim Rohn. By the way, another tool, another resource for you guys. It's an audio you guys can find on YouTube for free. Jim Rohn, How to Build Your Network Marketing Business. Okay. That's actually literally what I was listening to this morning that inspired today's chat. Building Your Network Marketing Business, Jim Rohn. It's free, it's on YouTube. I watched a series that Kirsty did. Awesome. There you go. There you go. Okay. Les Brown and Eric Thomas. Man, those are some two good dudes right there. Every night have an audio playing. All right, so now I'm going to be blunt with you guys. Okay, I'm going to be blunt. For those of you guys that are putting off personal development or not doing personal development, because we have way more of you guys watching than are actually commenting. Okay, for those of you guys that are putting off personal development or not doing it, or it's been a while, this is where I get really real. At some point, you're going to quit. At some point, you're going to give up. Because if you're not investing in yourself, if you're not consistently building and growing and developing, at some point you're going to quit. At some point you're going to turn around and you're going to give up and you're going to do the blame game. You're going to point the finger towards, the funnel team doesn't work, my econ doesn't work, these short form videos don't work, these trainings are stupid, this business doesn't work, whatever it is. And you're going to point the finger away from yourself and onto somebody else. But at the end of the day, it's on you. You're it. It's literally on you. And we're going to give you every tool and resource as possible to go out there and go get the results, but we can't do the work for you. You got to do it. You got to work on yourself. You got to work on your business. You got to improve your skill sets. And it is possible. Okay. We have the documented proof and evidence with thousands of people that it is possible. You don't have the evidence that it's not possible for you because you haven't done all the work. You haven't done all the work. And if you have, you haven't done it long enough. You haven't practiced enough. Okay. And that's just keeping it real. A couple more tools. The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Freaking love this book. Love, 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 love this book. If you guys have read or listened to this book, comment Four Agreements down below. I'm going to give you guys the Four Agreements right here. Okay. I'm going to give them to you. Be impeccable with your word. Love that. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions. And my absolute favorite, Always do your best. Think about that last one for a second. Always do your best. How often in life have we given up on something? Maybe we stopped promoting our business. Maybe we said we were going to lose weight. Maybe we said we were going to eat healthier. Maybe we said we were going to exercise more. Maybe we said we were going to do whatever. And then we stopped doing that. We gave up on that. We quit on that. Ask yourself honestly if you can look back and say, before I gave up on that thing, whatever it was, I did my very best. I gave it my all. I can guarantee you that you didn't. Guarantee you. So if you're going to give up on yourself, your family, your business, your bank account, your opportunities here, are you really giving it your all? Are you doing your best, or are you just saying that you are so you can check the box? You got to be real with yourself, guys. Last one. Start with why. Simon Sinek. Okay. Know your why. Why are you doing this? Why do you want to make more money? What for? Do you know the root cause? Have you peeled back the onion far enough that you know why you're doing this? Great book. And there's about a billion other resources that we could give you. The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. Listen to daily, daily for, I don't even know, the past 5 or 6 years. I've listened to that audio every single day. The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. So, I don't know, Bill. We could go on here for days, but at the end of the day, you guys are all capable. Okay. You got to practice. You got to do the thing. You got to work on you. And you can achieve some really awesome, epic stuff. What do you think, buddy? I see you nodding your head.
I'm total agreement. I got my workout audio ready. Jim Rohn, building your network marketing business. I can't wait. And I'm chomping at the bit to get to work. I love our trainings, but I got things I want to action speak louder than words. I want to rock and roll. We're one person away. You in a network marketing, one thing you mentioned about the mindset, blame your sponsor, blame the funnel team, blame whatever. The next thing a lot of people do is blame the industry doesn't work. Network marketing doesn't work. I'm going to tell you that it's the most even keel up industry for anyone. You don't need experience. You don't need education. It doesn't matter what your past is, bad, good, or ugly. Network marketing gives everyone uh, a chance to go really, really big. You could be small, average, or go super big. You're one person away with an airtight network marketing company.
Mm-hmm.
So remember that, if you're not making a zillion sales, you're still only one person away. Okay. We have everything. We're just packaging it differently. And it's all timing. It's not you. I know we say it's the person in the mirror, but with what I'm saying, it's all timing. They're either ready or they're not. And some superstar is
Mm-hmm.
going to participate with you or one of your team members, and you're going to be like, wow. And the old saying, it's a cliche, is overnight success is not always overnight. Sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't. But when it happens, it is overnight, no matter how long it takes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'll even say this too as we wrap up here, guys. Like, you can, I say this jokingly, but seriously at the same time, like speaking out of both sides of my mouth, you can teach an old dog new tricks because I've known Bill for many, many, many years, and you have never done in the past some of the things that you're doing now. You're pushing yourself, you're stretching yourself, you're doing short form videos, you're doing stuff that certain editing things like I've seen you do, Bill, like stuff that you've never done before because you're going for it.
I'm
You're,
blitzing. I'm
yeah, you're
blitzing.
blitzing. You're going for it, guys. So it's like
Yeah. No
you're
regrets.
you're never at a place where you can't do something. Okay. Please understand that as we wrap this up here, guys. Like, you're never in a place where you can't do something. There's a big difference between can't and won't. All right. And it's not that all the stuff that we're talking about, everything that we shared, whether it be like creating a video, building your team, making sales, personal development, all that stuff. It's not that you guys can't do this. It's that you won't. Get that. Let that sink in, you know? Let it sink in. And I'll leave you guys and we'll end with yet another Jim Rohn quote, okay? I've said this about 100,000 times. If you really want to do something, you'll find a way. You'll figure a way out. You'll make it happen. If you don't, you'll create an excuse. Period. You either find a way or you create the excuse. It's really simple. All right, guys. Appreciate you. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. We'll see you guys again live tomorrow, 10 a.m. in the Facebook group, or who knows, maybe we'll be here in Zoom. But get out there, guys. Go crush it. We appreciate you guys very, very much. Go work on yourself. Go work on your business. Keep moving forward every single day. And we'll see you real soon. Take care.